What is happening, webheads? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. I'm your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you the latest FOC video. That's right, guys. These books are getting ready to come out towards the end of August. So if any of these books interest you, make sure you let your comic shop know. Make sure you pre-order so you don't miss out on the latest, the greatest, the newest, the hottest comic books getting ready to hit store shelves very soon. So at any time, guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and as always, guys, it's much appreciated. So with that being said, let's get started with this week's FOC. Alright, guys, so we're kicking it off with Marvel, and this is going to be a really highly anticipated comic book for the week. We have Wolverine. This is issue 1. Saladin Ahmed. We have that Capullo artwork in here, and there are a ton of variant covers for this one, so pick and choose the ones that you want. You gotta love the negative space one. You got the one where you see his armor. I think that one's kind of cool. And for speculators note or collectors note, this is a key first appearance and a major addition to the lore of Wolverine in this issue. So yeah, guys, you're not going to want to miss this one up. Go ahead and check out the new Wolverine book. All right, so moving on here, we have Avengers. This is issue 1, or I'm sorry, this is Alien versus Avengers. This is issue 1. So this is the one that's written by Jonathan Hickman, and Ribic is the one that does the artwork in here. This is a 4-part series, so if you love aliens and you want to see them do battle against the Avengers, you're going to want to check this one out. A few variants there. Of course, if you're a Scotty Young fan, there's definitely a nice little variant there for you as well. All right, then we have the Phases of Moon Knight. This is issue 1, so I guess, I don't know if this is like a mini-series or whatnot. So it begins with a story of Moon Knight, as he enacts his unique and violent vision of justice. Plus an all-new Moon Knight from the Marvel Universe's ancient past, the Moon Knight of old crusades forged in the crucible of holy war. Okay, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Like, listen, if you're a fan of Moon Knight, I think you're going to want to check this one out. I love that middle bottom row cover there. That one is really nice. All right, so moving on here, we have Chasm, Curse of Cain. This is issue 1. So here we go, guys. Cain and Chasm working together or in a comic book together. I'm going to definitely check it out. It's a spider book. I want to see what these characters have in store for us here. And we have not seen Cain in a very long time. All right, so moving on here, we have a nice new one here. This is Marvel 85th Anniversary Special. This is just celebrating Marvel's 50,000th comic book release. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe. This is kind of like an anthology story, but it all ties into like the contest of champions. I do like the main cover of this. There's definitely many covers for this comic book. There's also a nice little Scotty Young cover there as well. And I do know that this comic book is going to go for $7.99, but you can expect it to have a ton of pages here. All right, now we go on to some of this Venom War stuff. We have Venom War Zombiotes. This is issue 1. This one kind of cracks me up, right? It says, as the two Venoms face off, darker strand of the symbiotes has slithered across New York City, one that can reanimate the dead, turn the living into an engine of mindless hunger with just one bite. That sounds kind of wild, a little bit out there. So you know what? I might just give it a try. Gotta like the homage cover there on the bottom left. Then we have the Incredible Hulk Annual. This is issue 1. This also ties into the Infinity Watch storyline, and this is going to be dealing with the Mind Stone, and this is part 6 of the story. All right, then continuing on here, we do have X-Force. So this is X-Force issue 2. Obviously, X-Force issue 1 isn't out yet, so I don't have anything to say about it, but it says Forge leads the X-Force in their new custom Blackbird to the next world fracture in Wakanda. But as the ground literally changes under their feet, the team will have to stop the Black Panther. So it looks like they're going to be going against the Black Panther. We're going to see a new Blackbird. So I think this series could be a lot of fun. What do you guys think of the X-Men line so far? We've had, X-Men, we've had the Phoenix, and we've had NYX. And so far, out of the three, I feel like the Phoenix was the best one for me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Cool little variant covers down there. All right, then speaking of NYX, we have NYX. This one is issue 2. I'm going to keep on keeping on with this series right now to see if there's a story here that really develops that I can attach myself to. But come October, when we get a ton of new comics from DC, this might be the time where I actually drop it. So I'm legitimately giving it like 3 or 4 issues before I make a decision here. So we'll see what this one has to offer. Then we have X-Men. So this one is X-Men issue 3. Same thing. You know, I'm going to give this one a little bit of a try. Up until October is when I make those cuts when the DC comics are coming out. I thought this first issue had a lot going on. I thought it could overwhelm some readers trying to go from one era to the next. So again, we're going to see what this one has to offer, but I'm definitely buying that J. Scott Campbell Rogue variant. I think that one is pretty nice. All right. Continuing on with Amazing Spider-Man here, guys. We have the Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 56. Tombstone returns in a special oversized Legacy 950th issue. So obviously, this is a milestone issue celebrating 950 issues of Spider-Man, which means that the price will probably be a little bit higher here. And this is when I felt like the comic's always been best, is when he's going against the street level thugs, going against Tombstone, and we're getting ready to end this run here by Zeb Wells. So we'll see what this story has to offer. All right, and then moving forward, we have Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider. This is issue 4. Listen, you know, when it comes to this series, there's nothing here that kind of really attaches me to the book. The story is not great for me. I felt like the artwork is not fantastic either. Some cool little variant covers here, but I think I'm not going to continue this series as of right now. But if you like Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider, here we are, guys, issue 4 on the series. For the Fantastic Four fans, we have Fantastic Four. This is issue 24. We got that nice Alex Ross variant. And of course, we have some of the other variants, including the Coke variant as well. And then we have Venomverse Reborn, issue 3. If you've read like Edge of Spider-Verse, right, Venomverse, this is what you can expect, just different versions of the character. Nothing really spectacularly new here, but again, if you like seeing all the different types of symbiotes, this is going to be the book for you. A book that I've been really enjoying is Ultimate X-Men. This is issue 6. I like how it's different. I like how we're being introduced to the team slowly here. They're now starting to form a team of X-Men. They're calling themselves X-Men here. We're getting introduced to a villain, and I think in the future we're going to be introduced to a male on the team as well. So that could be very cool. All right, and next for the Star Wars fans, we got Ahsoka. This is issue 2. I didn't read issue 1. I did get the foil variant because I just thought it was a nice looking cover. All right, so moving on here, we got those indie gems out here, and we have a new one here from Vault. This is called Lilith. Lilith is an immortal who's been banished from her home, a dimensional plane suspiciously similar to mankind's idea of hell. Some nice looking little covers there. I might give this one a try, see what it has to offer, a little bit darker, right? And then we have this book from Chip Zdarsky. This is a new series debut. This one is called Time Waits. This is issue 1. There's definitely your share of variants for this one. Listen, when it comes to Distillery, I don't know what's going on. It seems like all their books are delayed. The only book I've read so far is actually The White Boat. And it was actually a very interesting book. And I'm still waiting for that second issue months later. It's been almost 3 months. I want to try this one, but hopefully it doesn't take 3 months to get a second issue out. All right, then we have Something is Killing the Children. This is issue 40. Listen, Something is Killing the Children for me has been a fantastic read. I know a lot of people were specking on it in the beginning because of the show, and then they don't collect it anymore. But if you've continued to read this comic book, guys, this book has been phenomenal. We've been learning about the early days of Erica Slaughter and what makes her the character that she is now, and it really adds depth to the character. So when you get a major story arc that comes around and maybe something happens to her, you'll care that much more for her. Nice little Jenny Frison variant cover there as well. Then we have a mini series here. It's called Stand Still. This is issue 1. It's a premiere, obviously, and this is about a guy whose name is Riker Rule, and he's an enigmatic and critically insane sociopath who is suddenly in possession of a top secret device that can freeze time. That's kind of weird, dude. Like, would you want that guy to have that, that device in your hand? You don't want to talk about, something in the wrong hands, right? All right, so fans for Witchblade are going to like Witchblade issue 2. I think issue 1 was a fine little jumping on point. It was kind of like a point A to point B issue to seeing the Witchblade artifact go to our main character here. The artwork was good, and again, if you've never read the character, it's a perfect jumping on point. Then we have another new number 1 here. It's called Huge Detective issue 1, an all-new detective noir of gigantic proportions in Chinatown meets the BFG in an original series. So that's kind of cool. Here's your different variants covers in here. So that might be something that is totally, completely different that you might definitely want to check out. All right, so fans for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, did you like that issue 1? Yeah, I did. I thought it was pretty good. I was left with a little bit of a weird cliffhanger at the end, but I do like the whole story of Raphael being in jail. We don't know where his brothers are. He was in jail. They kind of clean it up, and then something happens to the guy that was kind of protecting him in that jail. So where does the story go from here? I don't know. We will see, but I really enjoyed it. Again, it's another property that is a perfect time to jump on board. So I would do that. And then we have the Abyss, EC Abyss books, the horror book, the anthology book that's coming out. Issue 1 just came out as well. And some people said it was good. Some people said it wasn't that great. Listen, if you like anthologies and if you like horror books, you're probably going to want to read this book. I read Hello Darkness. I thought it was a few too many stories, but I thought it was well. So let me know if you like this book in the comments below. Okay, guys, next we move on to DC Comics. I had to go onto a different website to find DC as it didn't come through on my normal newsletter here. So first on DC, we have Batman Superman World's Finest issue 30. This is a cover A, Dan Mora. This one is a $4 comic book. It's released on August 21st. So here is a bigger picture of the cover. So that's kind of cool, right? All right. And then we have issue 30. We have a variant cover for that one. And then we have your next variant cover. And then we move on to this Jorge Jimenez Batman 85th Anniversary cardstock variant. So that one's cool. And then we have the 1 in 25 cover. That's a $25 book. And then we have this one right here. That's kind of cool. All right. And then we have Batman the Brave and the Bold, number 16, cover B, Kelly Jones, Nightwing variant. Then we have Batman the Brave and the Bold, cover C, Kelly Jones. So we got that one. Another Brave and the Bold right here. Lee Bermejo. And then we move on to Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue 5. Facsimile edition. Cover done by George Perez, of course. Image coming soon. Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter, issue 2 of 6. It's $5, being released on August 21st. Here is your card stock for $6. And then here's your next one. Not impressed by those. Here's your 1 in 25. And then we move on to DC Elseworlds Batman Trade Paperback Volume 2. It's a $25 trade. So in case you guys want that. And then we have a Mark Waid Omnibus. That's $150. And then we got Gotham City Sirens 3 of 4 cover A, done by Terry Dotson. Then you got cover B. So it look like a Lady Gaga, right? And then you have cover C, Poison Ivy. And then you got that cover D by Gully and March. This one's sold out, so I can't even show you that. Let's go on to the next page. All right. I felt like I've seen this one before. Green Lantern, Jenny Sparks, issue 1 of 6, cover A, $5. She like John Constantine? There's that cover right there, $6. That's a nice cover. Right there. All being released on the 21st. 25. Then we got Nightwing. Issue 117. Cover A. Bruno Redondo. August 21st. $5. That's part 4 of 5. Here's all your variants. That looks weird. I like these action figure variants, though. These are pretty cool. And then we have this one, cover E. It's kicking a beach ball. So many covers for just Nightwing. It's crazy. $6 there. Oh, Beetlejuice variant. Jesus. Superman, issue 117, cover A. Jamal Campbell, Absolute Power. August 21st, $5. Looks a little creepy. It's cover B, Tony S. Daniel. $6. Zatanna. That one's $6. And this one where he's in the snow. Okay. More action figure variants. It's got this gold costume. Why is that? I don't know. And then here's your swimsuit edition. And him in the recovery suit. 1 in 25. Here we go. And your Beetlejuice variant. Oh my God, really? Superman 78, the Metal Curtain trade paperback. If you guys didn't read this one, I suggest you read it. I think it was really good. So I have all 6 of those issues. And then you have Titans issue 14. That's kind of cool. That's being released on August 21st. And then we go to the final page here, and we have Titans cover issue 14, cover B. Done by Chris Samney. Here's your next one. That's a nice cover. Action figure variant. So again, guys, if you like any of this stuff, just let your shop know. Wonder Woman. That's issue 12. Daniel Sampre, Absolute Power, August 21st. Here is cover B. Here is Tony S. Daniel cardstock. This one is $6. Here's your swimsuit for $6. Cover E. 1 in 25. Beetlejuice. I'm not getting any of those Beetlejuice covers. Then we have 0 Hour 30th Anniversary Special Issue 1 One Shot. So we got that. It's $10. And then you have cover B, Alan Qua variant. And then you have Ken Lashley variant for $10. And then you have a 1 in 25. So there you have it, guys. There is this week's latest FOC. Like I said earlier, if there's anything that you like, let your shop know. Pre-order those comic books so you don't miss out on some of those great titles. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the channel. If you love the content, there's more right here for you to click on. Make sure you support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read your comics so we can have great comic conversation.